Hey everyone, we're quickly going to go over the weekly profiles on the futures indices. This is the Nasdaq NQ. This is last week's volume profile. We're on the hourly chart, and we have overnight we've dropped down into this gap, and which coincides with this low volume area here. 15-minute chart had this gap up, correction to the upside, and we took that out. Up in the air right now as to any direction. This is just up and down chop, but for a longer term it has come down here. The point of control is way down here at 406, around 406 there, and value area high for the week and low down here. S&P 500 on the ES, same deal. Overnight we have this ABC pattern, A, B, C on the hourly chart. It comes down to this gap here, which coincides with this low volume area here and has bounced away. You have the point of control down here around 7163 and the value area high and low here on the Dow. Same deal, overnight ABC. This actually goes through this low volume area and it redirects off of the point of control. That's at 49,347. So all the indices here are putting up the same type of pattern. The Nasdaq's ABC correction one wasn't as nice as the other two, but they're all doing the same basic thing. The question is now, are we going to see this top today or this bottom? And it could differ between all of the indices. It doesn't need to happen on all of them. Maybe we go to this high on the Nasdaq and the ES. Maybe the YM just keeps going down. It's difficult to tell with all the chop, but I wanted to give you this weekly video here of the volume profiles. I'll show you one other thing I was working on over the weekend on the MNQ. I was working on one of the Supertrend setups with the MACD, and show you one of the days, Friday. So instead of waiting for the divergence to enter on the super trend, I was waiting for the zero line to cross down or up. Let's see if we can find one of them. Here we go. So one of the strategies that I went over before on the channel was waiting for divergence and then the super trend to go bullish or bearish. So this strategy here waits for the tick up here on the MACD, cross the zero line, which is here, and then break the top, which is here. It's actually a little later than the super trend entry would have been in here when it crosses this line, but it did really well. The back test for last week. Here's another one here. The MACD cross is zero line about right here or here. And this one's a little earlier than the super trend entry, which had been up here. So just going for a 1-to-1. This ended up back tested last week for over 500 points, 575 points. So it's something to back test. I have other videos on the channel about the super trend and the divergence strategy and other back tests that I've done on the swing failure patterns and Gann swings. So check those out and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Later.